Hey everybody, it's Tom, aka Misty Night for Misty's Meals. It's been a little bit since I put a last video out. Yeah, but tonight decided to do a video. I'm still in the clothes I was in when I went to work. Um, and there's a bit of a glare on my glasses, so I'm gonna take those off. I wanted to make a video tonight. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to make. I hadn't really thought about it in a little bit. So tonight I decided to do, okay, I'm just going to grab whatever is in my refrigerator and whatever is in my cupboards. So as it just so happened, I had some thawed out ground beef last couple days. I pulled it out a couple days ago and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it, but tonight I know what I'm going to do. I am making some white rice with some ground beef, peppers, red and green, onions, peas, tomatoes. Wasn't really sure, so I just started looking through my cabinets and I just started pulling stuff out. So I have my rice going, whatever type of rice you want to use. I have white rice on my cabinet. I always have white rice. You can use brown rice, any type of rice that you like. Again, I'm using white rice. This has been going on for a little bit now. It's got about 13 minutes left, and that's about all it's going to take for us to really cook up the rest of the stuff that I'm making. So I've already got some olive oil and some butter going. And that's already come up to like a really good temperature. So I'm going to start adding my vegetables. I'm going to add my onions first, and then I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of garlic. All right, onions in there. Oh, before I forget, please like and subscribe to my channel and leave me any kind of comments that you like, suggestions, anything. I will be sure to look at them. I always do. Yeah, like and subscribe. Leave comments. So, all right, I've got my onions in there. It's just one small onion. I tried to go ahead and actually write down what it was that I was using and how much I was using. This way, it will be a little bit easier later on when I do edits. All right, that's 2 tablespoons of garlic. Damn. Just gonna saute those for a second, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our red and green peppers with just a loose chop. It doesn't have to be finely diced or anything like that. Just a loose chop. That's all I did. You can use medium, large, either one. I use large green pepper and a large red pepper. Hope everybody's doing all right. 2017 is going good for everybody. Misty will be back soon. I'm thinking of another look for her, possibly the video I do tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. So anyway, we have our onions and our garlic going. Now I'm going to start adding my peppers, and then after that I'm going to add the ground beef. The tomatoes can go in last; they're not going to take long. And the peas as well. I don't know why I'm adding peas. I have them. They're in my freezer. I wanted to, so I'm gonna. Again, this is whatever you have in your pantry. Sometimes people are in a rush to get somewhere. They have to be somewhere. Busy parents that have children, you got to think of something quick. Sometimes you don't always have time to run out to the grocery store, so you got to be creative and pull whatever is in your pantry, your cabinet, your refrigerator, your freezer, whatever you have. And it can be fun that way. You can, challenge yourself. This one was not really challenging because I normally have this kind of stuff in my house anyway. It just depends on if I'm going to do anything with it or not. So we've got our peppers going with our onions and our garlic. We're going to let that go for a little bit. We have about 10 more minutes. And then everything should be, give or take 5 minutes, maybe 15 more minutes. So this is going to go for a little bit. And then I'll be right back from when I add the beef. See you in a second. Okay, our peppers and our onions and our garlic is all sauteed up. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the beef. It's about 1 pound ground beef. I'm just going to go ahead and add that, and we're going to saute that up a little bit. Brown it out. This is going to take a little bit, not too long. We'll still be done on time. So while I'm browning this up, I'm going to let you go, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, I have that browned up just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and start adding my spices. What I've got here, I wrote it down so I can read it to you. I have got 1 tablespoon of dried basil, 1.5 teaspoons of salt and pepper, half teaspoon onion powder, quarter teaspoon of dill, quarter teaspoon of ginger, half a teaspoon of paprika, and 1 tablespoon of dried oregano. I'm gonna pop that in there. Then we're gonna stir that for a second. And then I'm gonna add my other stuff here shortly. Just get that in there. You know, season the meat, the veggies a little bit. Rice is just about done. All right, so we're gonna brown this up. And then what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and add my peas, which are frozen. I cut them frozen. I didn't thaw them out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add those. And then those are gonna cook in there with the juices from the meat and the onions and the peppers and everything that's in there. And there was only garlic in there too. Yeah. So, all right, we've got that going in there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this cook for a second. I'm gonna cover it, and then I'm gonna let it cook for about 2 minutes like that, and then I'm gonna take the cover off, and I'm gonna add the rest of all of my goody goodiness. All right, see you in a second. Bye. Okay, I'm back. So now what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add some tomato paste to the center of this, just because I want to add tomato paste. A small can of tomato paste, like 6 ounces. Just gonna add it to the center. I'm gonna stir that up real quick. And then after that, I'm gonna add a little bit more butter and then about a tablespoon of sour cream and my diced tomatoes. Just because I have it in my cupboards, in my pantry. Again, this video is all about like whatever you have in your pantry. I am gonna put the recipe that I'm using that I was making as I was going along with this down at the bottom. But again, whatever you have in your pantry, I know that you have limited time in your day to really, make a huge meal or make something that's going to take a long time or whatever. So sometimes you just want something nice and quick, and just look in your freezer, in your fridge, in your cupboard. You can make a lot of things out of basically nothing. Trust me, you can. And that's one of the fun things about cooking. You can just come up with anything. All right, so we have our tomato paste in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my butter and my sour cream and my tomatoes all together. So I have the sour cream. And again, it's just 1 tablespoon of sour cream. Then I've got 1 tablespoon of butter. And my about 12-ounce can, maybe 12-ounce can of diced tomatoes, drained. Some of the juice is still in there, but that's fine. Just pour that in there. Now we're going to toss this up. And then by the time this is done, the rice will be done, and I will have plated another Misty's meal. So give me just a few minutes. I'm going to clean this up, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to plate some of this for you. And again, another Misty's meal. See you in a second. All right, everybody. Everything is done cooking. I took it off the heat. I've already put some of our smell good rice all up in this bowl. I'm going to put some of our beef mixture on top of it, and that will be another Misty's meal. And again, I'll put the recipe down for this that I did. I just wrote it down as I was trying to think of it tonight. I really didn't have a game plan. But this is, again, just whatever you have in your fridge. And here we go. And that, my friends, is another Misty's meal. See you next time.